All right, I wanted to make a video today. I made a video not long ago about how to download the Gab app to your iPhone or Android. You won't find Gab in the app stores because it is a website, but you can put it on your phone. So if you don't know how to do that, check out that video. I'll add a link to that. But today I just wanted to kind of run you through the platform if you're new to Gab, kind of talk about how it works, my experience with it as a consumer, and really wanted to start with why Gab exists and the CEO. So the CEO's name's Andrew Torba. He was in Silicon Valley, I think back in like 2016, 2017, and he really saw these tech companies starting to censor conservatives. He kind of saw it coming before a lot of people noticed it. I think now we really do notice it with President Trump kicked off of Twitter, and a lot of people are just getting canceled, their accounts being removed, links being removed, a lot of warnings on posts and all of that kind of stuff. So he decided to build this free speech social network is what he markets this site as. A lot of people think it's an alt-right platform, and here's what I'll say about it is he started the platform to give people an outlet on the left or the right to say whatever they wanted to say, with the exception of inciting violence, doxing, revealing personal information, pornography. So can't do any of that stuff. They work with the government just like every other website that you go to whenever illegal activity happens. So their users report things. People get kicked off of Gab all the time. So I think they have a reputation of being the wild, wild west. It's just not the case. The difference is Gab can't get pulled by a technology vendor like AWS because they already have been. That happened to them, I think, in like 2018. They got removed from a few different services, so they had to build their own infrastructure, and I think that's really what the most impressive part of Gab is the fact that they've been able to do all of this with such a limited budget and such a small team. Gab used to be really slow, especially earlier this year with all the traffic they've been receiving. So I've been very patient with them, just like a lot of people. But it's not just a conservative site. I've seen a lot of there's a lot of conservative content on here, but I've seen a lot of anti-Trump content, a lot of liberal opinions, a lot of independence. A lot of people are just looking for an outlet where they can just interact with people and have free speech. I think that's a great thing. So check out Gab. It's pretty easy to use, very simple interface. I really do like it. And the only thing about it is that they're not continually surveilling you 24/7, which is really why Gab's been banned from a lot of, from the app stores, from a lot of different companies. I think PayPal, Visa, is because they don't have a privacy policy that Facebook or Twitter agrees with, which is surveil your users 24/7, all their posts, all their links, everything they do. And if you don't like it, find grounds to kick them off. So essentially, if you're doing illegal things, you'll get reported. They do have a team that moderates Gab, but they don't follow the moderation policies of Twitter, Facebook, and big tech, essentially. So that's why these companies won't let Gab exist. So they built their own infrastructure. They run their own servers. Obviously, like I said, they have to comply with law enforcement when necessary. But, these companies can't shut Gab down. They run all their technology. The browser I'm using right now is called Dissenter. It was created by Gab. So Gab sort of is an ecosystem in that sense where they have a web browser. You actually have a pro version of Gab that you can actually get for obviously $99, $180. The thing about Gab, they don't accept payments in the traditional sense that you can just give them your credit card number, your PayPal information. Like I said, they've been banned from like every technology vendor imaginable. So if you want to buy things, you have to use a couple of different payment methods. One is an e-check, Bitcoin, or a mail-in check. So this is just giving them like your banking information. Bitcoin, everybody knows what that is for the most part. And then you can obviously mail a check to them, to their headquarters, because that's just what they're having to do to fund the site to get around the fact that they've been shut down or shut out of a lot of this stuff. So that's sort of an interesting model. Like I said, they don't really have they do have an affiliate program, I believe. So that's really cool. A lot of people who've been kicked off of Twitter are on Gab. So like President Trump, they backed up his entire Twitter account. He doesn't use Gab. He's not really on social media at the time of this recording. So you can't he's not on here. He may be on here at some point, but they do, like, every time he makes a statement, they put it on here. They have a YouTube alternative. It's called Gab TV that they built, which is cool. So you can check that out. They actually have the CPAC speech that Trump made that YouTube pulled down because they didn't like. That's on here in its entirety. So, like, they're letting people say what they want to say. If you say something stupid that I don't like, I think you should still be able to say it. Like, that's how we really come together, I think, as a country. Is we engage in conversations. We listen to the other side, but we have an opportunity to hear the other side. That's really the important part. You can't just silence people because you don't agree with their assessment of something. And I think what's going on with Facebook and Twitter is just disgraceful in the sense that someone in Silicon Valley sitting at a computer like you or me can just digitally assassinate somebody. So check out Gab. I think it's really cool. The user base is growing. I think they're bigger now than like the Washington Post or Wall Street Journal. I forget what website it is, but they have more active users than a lot of these big companies. And I think that's going to continue to grow. They're really nowhere near the size of Twitter, Facebook, but I think more and more people are starting to leave those platforms. So Gab's a great alternative to check out. So hope you like this video. I might make some more stuff on Gab and some of this other technology we're seeing. I know Parler is back up now. Not really sure what to think about Parler right now. But anyway, hope it's been helpful, and I will see everybody in the next one. Peace.